Good morning, dear friends. So today, Ottobahn wanted to be part of talking to you about your divine right to health. Well, now he's decided he wants to go out of the round pen in order to be with the herd. He's going to walk away for a little bit, but he'll come back. Ottobahn is a really, really big horse. I haven't measured him, so I don't know how many hands he is. Each hand is 4 inches, give or take. And he is probably at least 17, I would guess. Ottobahn is a Holsteiner. Big fancy name for a big horse. What Otto and I would like to talk to you about today is your divine right to health and your individuality and how those needs are very individual and deserve to be respected. So Otto is 20 and he was bred specifically to be a dressage horse. His sire was imported from Germany, and so he was actually named Ottobahn, but it's O-T-T-O. Bahn, B-A-H-N. Ottobahn. So he's kind of one of those horses that had some grand expectations put on him, and he had a lot of fun being a school horse. He's done 3-day eventing. He's kind of done it all. I have a whole history of paperwork that came with him. And at one point, he was actually purchased for $19,000. People ask me, what is a horse worth? And I say, well, whatever another person is willing to pay for that horse, because I got him for free. So I don't think their value is in what a person is willing to pay for them. I think their value is in their soul. Just like I feel like your value is in your soul. And that's why I want to remind you again that I love you for your soul and your individualism. Just like I love Otto for his soul and his individualism. I think it's quite lovely how he's standing here where we can really have a deep conversation. He's not pushing in on me or anything. It's kind of interesting because he's usually one who likes to be pet all over and scratched and just loved on. So one of the things about me as an alternative, holistic health individual, health care provider, whatever you want to call that, is that I typically won't tell you, or anyone for that matter, what herbs, oils, homeopathics will cure or fix. It's just not something that I feel is I don't want to say valid or valuable. I mean, there is some value in that sort of thing if the individual is seeking that sort of thing and aligns with the person who's giving that advice. There is some validity in the way things actually do serve on a general basis when it comes to healing, for sure. But I feel like it's important to look at the individual, to look at the energy behind what's wanting to be addressed, wanting to move. And so it's not just about this herb, this oil, this practice. It's about the individual and the way that you vibrationally align with it and what it is that your body is needing, your spirit is needing, because it starts from a place of what is it that your soul needs in order to heal. Our society, our world is having long conversations about health and health care right now. And what keeps getting bypassed is that connectivity to the soul, to life, to the complete juiciness, the flavor, what life really is. Everybody is fearing death, and there's a lot of things that are worse than death. So many sad stories of loved ones not being able to be together or communicate right now because of fear of death. Well, what kind of life is that? Being imprisoned. And in the case of dementia, not really knowing why, what you did wrong. Makes me want to cry. Desperation for immortality is what's happening right now. And looking to the outside of ourselves for the fix, whatever that fix is. When in reality, we need to turn inside, recognize our worth, and be willing to step into what we're really worth, what our soul needs, embracing life, surrendering to our faith. I get so sad when I see children with masks on. Oh, breaks my heart. Those children are being told that their facial expressions need to be covered. They don't really completely understand it. They're just being entrained to it. Human connection is being demonized. The healthy are being told that they're spreading things that are not good for the rest of the world, that their health is demonized to a point to where if you don't comply, everybody's shaming one another. It's so sad. I had a child, one of our neighbor kids, sneeze in front of me a few days ago. And it was one of those big, healthy sneezes that I love so much for myself. I love a big sneeze. And I said, "Bless you," to her. And she was, I think she's 4 or 5. She looked so embarrassed and so sad and close to tears that she had sneezed. And that I had noticed it. And that broke my heart. We're set up to sneeze. We're set up to express ourselves. Thankfully, this young lady didn't have a mask on. I was glad of that for her soul. She wasn't being suppressed to that point. My heart is breaking for humanity right now. We're dehumanizing our human connection. Do you realize how many facial expressions we have from the eyes down that right now we're not being allowed to express? That we're being told are wrong because it might hurt somebody else? Our expressions might hurt somebody else. All in the name of protecting us from a virus that has a 99% survival level. 99%. Maybe even higher because there's no transparency in the numbers. And I just heard from another friend just today that she has three nurse friends from different states that she has asked the question to. That they are being told to assign COVID as the cause of death. Still. Even though we've made that public, many of us. So we have no idea what's really going on. Other than suppression of expressions. Suppression of our souls and our lives. And I find that just really, really sad and scary. So I'm probably just about out of time again on my phone, and I don't want to just get cut off like I have been before I tell you about my website, journeywithrobin.com, just like it sounds, all spelled Robin with an I, journeywithrobin.com. And to encourage you to connect with me if you'd like to talk more about what health really is, your own needs, your individualism. Work with a horse or two. And thank you to Otto for being a part of today, and thank you all for joining me. And I pray for your health and my health. The health of our world. Amen. Aho. So it is.